So, Lid, you have a son. You practice some lovely things with him, lovely meditations, and I see some of them from you online, and I've heard some of them from you. Like, I suppose considering like people are going back to school this week, what sort of things might be useful for them if they're maybe approaching meditation for the first time, conscious of their kids with anxiety, and but there is necessary anxiety, both kids and parents going back to or going to school for the first time. Yeah, are there any particular practices you think might be useful, little toolkits?
Yeah, I think there are so many, and I think that bringing one thing that I would say first of all is bringing a mindfulness or a meditation practice, or even just a ritual practice, into your kid's life can be really life changing for them. I think kids really attach to ritual; they love it, and the specialness because kids love magic. So there's a specialness of ritual, whether you're doing crystals every day and you're picking a crystal and they take it in their school bag to school and they learn this one makes me brave, this one makes me concentrate better, something like that. Or whether it's, a breath practice or a meditation, they still have they know they do this at a certain time and they've got to focus. And I think that always quells anxiety. There's two that I use with my son really regularly and that I've been kind of talking to my clients about. One is one that the kids can do in school themselves as a way of calming themselves down, or if they have separation anxiety, or if they feel angry or frustrated in the classroom. And one is a connection one that you can do with your kid, whether you're a dad or a mum or a carer of some kind of a way, as a way to build connection back in, either before school or after school, or maybe ideally before and after school, so that separation feels less, so you're not feeling that sort of dissonance.
What if your kid isn't into the idea of meditation?
Yeah, I actually haven't found a kid who isn't. Well, the one that I'm going to show you in school is a breath practice. So it's not a meditation. It's more, well, it is a meditation because you're using mudra, so a physical hand shape, and a breath at the same time. And so anytime that we come into mudra or some kind of a physical movement and we connect that with breath, it is necessarily meditation because you're focused. You're coming back into yourself. And so those ones are quite nice for a kid who has a notional idea of meditation and is rejecting that. And the second one is a meditation, but it's not a meditation like we think of it. So it's not asking the kid to sit and go, oh. It's one where you're sitting with each other, touching into each other, listening for so it's a relational thing. So I think both of these kind of quite good for kids that are maybe resistant to the idea of meditation. And, it depends what age your kid is, because we could be talking about a teenager, and then the first one might be more appropriate for a teenager, and the connection one, they might be at a stage where they're going, oh, Mom, definitely not just going to sit on your lap or be near your lap.
Yeah.
So the first one, the one that I get them to do in school, but also for adults, it's an ancient yogic technique for quelling anxiety, is that you're going to take your hand and you're going to, I'm just going to try and think of how I can show it in a reverse. Basically, you have your hand this way and the other hand is going to come behind and the thumb is coming around. So I've done that. And then I'm going to wrap all the fingers and the thumb around that first thumb. So I've made like a little bundle for that thumb there. So everything's wrapped around here. And we're breathing in 3 little inhales through the nose. So it's like this. And then an exhale through the mouth. But as we're doing the inhale sniffs, we're squeezing our hands. So we're going like this. Releasing the hands. And you can feel how instantly that just puts you back into a calming place. And the beautiful thing about it is your hands can be underneath the table and you don't have to be making a demonstrative sniff noise. Like, that's really easy to just be going. Yeah. No one even needs to know, they could take themselves to the bathroom to do it. But I've used it myself when I felt really anxious, and it really, really does work. It just brings you into that calmer space. And it's also good for kids who maybe have ADHD or they have struggled focusing in school and they can feel themselves getting distracted and sort of dysregulated. Doing that brings them back into like, here's my body, here's a physical sensation, there's a sensory tactile thing, which is really good. The connection practice that I do with my son, which he has absolutely loved and adopted, is a 3-minute one. You sit cross-legged beside each other, or you could kind of do back to back as well, maybe. And the first minute it's a I see you, I hear you, I feel you meditation to get back into connection with each other. The first moment you're looking into each other's eyes for a minute and you're just breathing and looking into each other's eyes. So that's I see you. And then the second one is a hand on each other's heart,
Mhm.
and that's I feel you. So you're really closing your eyes and tuning into the feeling of their heartbeat. And then the third one, you wrap each other in a hug, and as you're exhaling, you're going some kind of a hum, and it can be an on or any sound, and then that's I hear you. So you're just listening to the sound vibrating through both of your bodies, but you're hugging as well. And it's such a simple, like we've done this in walks, like we've been up a mountain and sat down and done it on the floor. We've done it on the beach. We've done it at home. We've done it at moments where he's feeling really angry. He's like, I hate you, and trying to push me away. And then I'm like, let's do the thing. And, you know, you start off staring at each other like the crazed horse. But the softening happens. And that's something you can also do. It's a lovely way to build connection with your partner as well. You know, if you've been apart for the day or if you've had an argument or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's 3 minutes. Everyone can do 3 minutes. And I love that it's broken into 3 sections because it means you're not doing anything for too long. Everyone can handle 60 seconds, even a kid that's really kind of fractious and needing to move around. As soon as that bit happens, 60 minutes, you change again.
Yeah.
So I think those are really nice, simple ones.